Men have always tried to encode secrets. Military communication, love letters, forbidden knowledge. Sooner or later, most secret texts have been decoded. But among all of history's cryptic writings, one has stood out. This text has defied all attempts to unveil its secret for centuries. The Voynich Manuscript. It's the world's most mysterious book, written by an unknown author in an absolutely singular alphabet and illustrated with puzzling images. What is the secret hidden between these lines? Yet another expert has taken on the challenge. For the first time, the physical materials of the Voynich Manuscript will be analyzed. Maybe ink, pigments, and parchment will offer a key to the Voynich enigma.
Imagine holding a book so mysterious, so unreadable, that for over 6 centuries no one, not kings, scholars, or codebreakers, has been able to decipher a single word. Locked away in a Yale vault, the Voynich Manuscript is a tangle of alien letters, fever dream diagrams, and secret knowledge that has baffled humanity for over 600 years. It's the world's most famous unreadable book. But then, in recent years, something remarkable happened. Artificial intelligence claimed to have cracked the code. Headlines blared that the manuscript was decoded by an AI, a 21st century supercomputer outsmarting centuries of human failure. For a brief moment, it seemed the ancient enigma was finally solved. But was it? Or was this just another layer of illusion? A machine's best guess shaped by modern data and assumptions, rather than a true breakthrough? In this video, we'll travel through the centuries of obsession with the Voynich Manuscript, explore the AI project that promised to unlock its secrets, examine the skepticism and limits behind the claim, and discover the profound human story woven into this locked chest of mysteries. The story begins in 1912, when Polish book dealer Wilfrid Voynich stumbled upon an ancient, leather-bound manuscript in a Jesuit library in Rome. The book was unlike anything anyone had ever seen. Its pages were filled with strange, looping letters no one recognized. Alongside bizarre illustrations of unearthly plants, naked women bathing in tubes of fluid, astrological charts, and mysterious diagrams. Carbon dating later confirmed the manuscript was crafted in the early 15th century, placing it somewhere in the heart of the Renaissance. But there was no Rosetta Stone for this code, no alphabet that matched any known language, just a puzzle that refused to give up its secrets. Over the centuries, the manuscript passed through the hands of royalty, alchemists, scholars, and even cryptographers like Alan Turing, the father of modern computer science. Each tried and failed to read it. Why has the Voynich Manuscript resisted all attempts at decoding for over 6 centuries? Some say it's a hoax, a meaningless jumble created to fool or entertain. Others believe it contains forbidden knowledge, medical, botanical, or occult wisdom too dangerous for the public eye. The manuscript's allure lies not just in its content, but in its mystery. It whispers the promise of secret knowledge, locked away in a script only the worthy can decipher. Fast forward to the 21st century. After centuries of human failure, the new hope was artificial intelligence. Machines with the power to analyze massive data sets and detect patterns invisible to human eyes. At the University of Alberta, computer scientist Greg Kondrak and graduate student Bradley Hauer embarked on a bold experiment. Train an AI to crack the Voynich Manuscript. Their approach? Feed the AI thousands of texts in hundreds of languages, specifically the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, translated into 380 languages. This gave the AI a crash course in the statistical fingerprints of languages, letter frequencies, common word patterns, and sentence structures. Then, they unleashed the AI on the Voynich Manuscript, hoping it would recognize a familiar linguistic pattern hiding in the bizarre text. And the result shocked the world. The AI declared the Voynich Manuscript was most likely written in medieval Hebrew, albeit heavily encrypted by removing vowels and scrambling letters. To test this hypothesis, they took the manuscript's first line and applied their decoding method. After sorting letters alphabetically, tweaking spellings, and running the output through Google Translate, a strange, almost poetic English sentence emerged. She made recommendations to the priest, man of the house, and me and people. For a moment, the centuries-old mystery seemed within reach of being cracked. Media outlets hailed AI as the modern codebreaker that finally pierced the veil, while curious enthusiasts buzzed with excitement over a lost text finally coming to life. But the story of the Voynich Manuscript is more than just about code breaking. It's a human saga spanning centuries. In 2024, multispectral imaging, a technique that captures pages under different light wavelengths, revealed hidden marginal notes written in Latin script on the manuscript's pages. These annotations likely date to the 17th century and were probably penned by Johannes Marcus Marci, a Prague physician who once owned the book. Marci's notes showed an early attempt to decode the manuscript, matching Voynich characters to Latin letters. This wasn't the work of a skeptic or a faker. It was serious scholarship by someone who believed the book held meaning. Furthermore, multispectral scans uncovered corrections and revisions in the manuscript itself, signs the original author made mistakes and carefully edited the text. Why would someone painstakingly revise nonsense? The evidence suggests the Voynich Manuscript was a living document, studied and amended over time, not just meaningless gibberish. Some experts speculate the manuscript is an early medical guide focused on women's health, fertility, menstruation, and perhaps even birth control. The many illustrations of nude women bathing in fluid-filled tubes hint at this. If so, it would have been dangerous knowledge to possess in 15th century Europe, where the Catholic Church tightly controlled what could be taught or written, especially about female bodies. Encoding the manuscript might have been an act of self-preservation, hiding forbidden wisdom from inquisitors or censors. Despite the AI's bold claim, many experts were quick to caution, not so fast. First, the AI was trained on modern languages, 20th century Hebrew texts, and UN documents, not medieval Hebrew or the kind of ciphers used in Renaissance manuscripts. Languages evolved drastically over centuries. Training on the wrong era's language is like teaching a modern English speaker to interpret Chaucer's Middle English with no guidance. Second, the AI's decoding hinged on a huge assumption that every Voynich word was an anagram of a Hebrew word with vowels removed. This gave the researchers enormous freedom to shuffle nonsense into something that looked like real words. Critics called this impressionistic interpretation or pattern seeking, fueled by wishful thinking. Even the AI team admitted their output wasn't a direct translation, but a rough guess, heavily tweaked and polished with Google Translate, to produce a coherent English sentence. Google Translate by design tries to make sense of nonsense, sometimes hallucinating sentences that sound plausible but have no real meaning. The phrase, "she made recommendations to the priest," may have been more Google's creative fill-in than a genuine message hidden in the manuscript. Computational linguists also noted that the AI's top guess for language, Hebrew, was barely better than random picks like Malay or Arabic, which have no historical link to the manuscript. This suggests the AI wasn't truly unlocking the code, but merely picking the best of many poor fits. The Voynich Manuscript remains unreadable, even to our most advanced machines. But maybe that's the point. The manuscript's true power isn't just in the secrets it hides, but in the questions it raises. Why does a book written in an unknown script, with bizarre images and indecipherable text, still capture our imagination after centuries? Because it reminds us of the limits of knowledge and the beauty of mystery. because it stirs linguists, historians, cryptographers, and programmers to think differently, to collaborate and keep searching. AI taught us that machines can sift through patterns faster than humans, but they lack the intuition, context, and cultural insight that centuries of scholarship bring. The puzzle of the Voynich Manuscript is a reminder that some riddles don't yield to brute force or algorithms alone. Sometimes, mystery is a form of magic, a locked door inviting us to keep knocking, patiently until the right key turns. What do you think is hidden in the Voynich Manuscript? A lost medical guide, an elaborate hoax, or a message preserved for the far future?